What is up, guys? You got Not the Worst here, bringing another Black Desert Online video, and today we're just doing kind of a progress update, kind of see where we're at and what I've been up to. So I did finish the Kratuga hour grind video, and it is actually going to be a 10-hour grind, not a 20. Reason for that, you'll see in tomorrow's video. I just couldn't quite stomach continuing with it for many more hours. So we were moving on. Since then, I have gone out to Star's End. Looks like somebody's on this rotation here. But I've been out at Star's End, and I want to pull up my grind sheets for you here. Take a look at how we've been doing and the kind of money we've been making. So let me pull that up 1 second here. So here's what I've been working on this week after finishing the Kratuga. Did about 7 hours in at Star's End and made about 1.8 billion, or at least I would have if distortion earrings weren't absolutely being destroyed in prices. So it's actually a little bit lower than that since my factor for these is over 300 million. Yeah, so it's been decent money. You can see obviously RNG carried here that first hour heading there this week. I did get a distortion earring, and then this hour is just absolutely nuts. This is 2 corrupt crystals and 2 distortion earring drops in the same hour, so obviously that hour is just absolutely nuts. Then run of the mill with nothing special from there, and then the last hour I just finished was 2 more corrupt crystals as well. So pretty good RNG across the board with that. Obviously this is just a nuts hour that makes it for an insane average. But the hindrance here is deciding when to sell these things, because as you can see, the market price has just been absolutely plummeting. So I held on to a decent number of these for the last few weeks. We had the drop rate event come out, and we saw these get as low as 220 mil at one point, and obviously I was grinding here during that event to take advantage of the drop rate that was increased before starting Kratuga, which I also didn't want to do the Kratuga video while the drop rate was increase was happening, so we could get a good baseline feel for how it is, and you'll see how that spreads out across 10 hours in tomorrow's video. So I kind of held on to my distortion earrings for a while to see what would happen, and as you can see, they started going up in price. I got a few of them sold, 2 or 3 or something, just at around 300 mil, which is where I was comfortable with those getting sold. And then it looks like we have other people that were doing the same thing. It's likely that a lot of people were holding on to their distortion earrings just like I was to sell them at a proper price. When you started seeing them hit the 300, they got listed a lot higher. Like I said, I only sold a few, and then it started coming back down. And you can kind of tell that's the case because you'll see large clumps listed all at the same price. That's 2 things. One, I think that's specific people that have maybe 8 or 10 just chilling in their warehouse like I did, go ahead and dumping their however many there. And then 2, you have people that are not trying to completely crash at the market and just put them all at the same price. Then of course you'll have some jabroni come in and undercut that, and these aren't being purchased like they were previously. There's an overabundance of them existing, and these are all the way down to actually, when I started recording this, they were still at 240 something, and now we're hitting 239, and I expect these to go even lower. Part of this effect also is not just the drop rate event, but something else that's happening. We have this Fine Accessory Box 3 coming out, which is going to have tongue grad items as well as distortion earrings coming from it. So I think also, similar to myself, people that had these items are trying to dump them now, expecting it to get even lower. I did start doing that. I'm not going to say the price that I've been going on, but I've been selling them one by one. Listing them all at one single price is not working. As you can see, if I tried to dump all of my earrings at once, it would not work. I just put them one and then sells them one and sells. I've been doing that for the last 2 days, just one at a time at a decent rate that I'm comfortable with and just kind of waiting. But this is the worst that I've seen it since then. We also have a big crash happening with our tongue grad items as well. So the grind spots, you can see the earring now with Kratuga being added, plus the drop rate event, plus we had Fine Accessory boxes go out, plus we had Shikatu boxes go out, all these free things getting sent out. This is just like crazy for tongue grad earrings, and it's happening on other tongue grad items as well. Necklaces hitting in the 100 mil. I mean, this is just absurd. What's an ogre even going for? Tongue grad necklaces, you might as well just go tongue grad. They're all crashing. Yeah. Fine Accessory, this isn't even that bad. You might as well just go tongue grad if you're looking for a necklace right now. But anyways, that just further solidifies it. We're having too many events, in my opinion, with this stuff just getting handed out. It's kind of hurting high-end grinding. It makes life skilling like much more appealing since you're not relying on these high-end drop rates to even out your profit per hour. I did consider for a while maybe just enhancing the distortion earrings, since I had a large pile of them chilling for a bit and they were getting so cheap. But ultimately I was like, man, I'd rather just sell this stuff, make sure we got funding for the Saturday enhancing stream, and then just keep running with it and go from there. As far as for the future from this, I'm just going to sell these as is before that Fine Accessory Box 3 comes out. I think next following maintenance, that Thursday, I think you can start turning in the event items for them. So I'll try and sell what I can or whatever drops between now and then. And from there on, I want to actually focus on upgrading my rings to tongue grad rings. So I've got dual tech crescents at the moment, and I do want to swap them out for tongue reds for the extra AP. They're very, very cheap compared to there. So if I look at this as a black distortion earring drop, is essentially 2 tongue red rings after taxes. I'm kind of okay with that, and just try not to think that, you know, 2-3 weeks ago, well, 3 or 4 weeks ago, it was actually 3 tongue red rings worth, although tongue red rings were much more expensive at the time. Nah, not much more. Anyways, I'm okay with thinking about it that way. That's probably how I'll factor it, and I'll probably just stockpile these. The Fine Accessory Box 3 does give these out too, so it's really likely these will plummet in price. So other than the $1 billion I set aside for the pen enhancements for Saturday, the rest of it's probably just going to be picking up tongue red rings as they're cheap, maybe put some orders in, and kind of go through those as the event's happening to try and take advantage of that. So that pickup is kind of the goal here if we look at with Nuver stats. So taking a look at the gear setup, here's what stats are with Nuver from here. I do want to get these each replaced out for tongue reds and possibly belt or something in the future. I don't know about doing Tet distortion earrings or not. I'm still kind of on the fence. And Caffressing the Dandy, I'm still about 300 more Caffress away from getting this up. I can get it to level 2. I'm 300 away from getting to level 3, which would be another AP increase, which would hit the next bracket from there. So not something I'm doing immediately, obviously, but over time, that's something I'm going to continue working towards while having some fun on the Saturday, enhancing streams for that pen Nuver maybe eventually. And if we hit that, we'll move to a piece in armor and just keep that going. So that's where we're at. That's what I'm working on. Just going to keep grinding and doing that. Be sure to follow the channel, subscribe to the channel so you'll get a notification that Cartuga video will be out tomorrow. It's a 10-hour grind for that. If you're interested in what the drops look like there, spoiler alert, it's not great. And if you are new to the channel, also make sure you like the video. If you want to check out live streaming, there is a link in the description below. You can head on over to the Twitch page and drop a follow there so you get a notification when the stream does go live. I will be streaming later on Friday. Saturday is the enhancing stream, and then Sunday during the daytime, which is a little more EU friendly as well. I think on Sunday we're going to spend some time playing on the test servers, the new DK Succession. So if you want to check that out with me, come on by the stream and be sure to check it out. With that said, that is going to be it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.